Hello, y'all. Checking out the screen, setting it up for you. But look, this tile has a crazy amount of haze on it. I don't know how I screwed this up, but mosaics are a little bit difficult. I probably should have dipped them in the stuff that makes it easier to remove grout once it puts on there. So I'm going to try this sulfuric acid to get it off. And look at that black tile down there. It's really the black tile. The other is not that big. Here's the stuff I'm using. You mix it with water. Some people spray it with a paper towel and lay it up there and let it sit. But I found that getting a spray bottle like I have sitting right there, I mixed it in there. This stuff is very strong. Make sure you wear gloves. Wear gloves. There you go. See, here I am picking up the gloves, putting it together. I'm not even going to open that can until I got them gloves on. And if you're smart, that's what you look at me. Hey, trying to check it out. This is where it goes. Yeah, your boy wearing that gray hair and that beard. Check it out. Trying to see how that look. I think I look like my dad. Anyway. So I'm just talking to you about what I did. I mixed it up. I'm going to use the spray bottle. But even when I mixed it up, I had on another pair of gloves because this stuff is very strong. You'll see as I wet this down, I'm hoping the camera will pick it up. There is steam coming off. And look, I rubbed my nose with the back of my hand because it was starting to impact me that quick, the steam. I have the fans on in the bathroom. This bathroom does not have a window that you can open. So in the room next door, look, I'm getting out of there because it's really bothering me. But the next door, I have the window open in there so the air can flow in. There's also like a big deck area. So I have that open so that I'm getting a lot of airflow and it was needed. So that is my warning to you guys. If you're going to use this to get rid of grout, look, I'm pointing out, trying to see if you can pick up the steam, the smoke that's coming off of it as the acid's working. Let's try to get a little bit closer, see if you can see it. I still can't see it. But anyway, there is actual steam, smoke coming off from the chemical reaction of this acid and the grout, which scared me a little bit, but oh well, I'm willing to take a chance. I would suggest that you guys do a small area to make sure that it's something you want done, because it might not work as well. You know, you should let it sit on there for about 5 minutes and then try to start working it. People use brushes, anything like a nylon brush or something like that. Don't use metal. It'll scratch your tile. And also this stuff reacts with metal. It'll rust it and who knows what else residue will leave on it. I'm using a sponge with a rough side, those little dish sponges. I just thought it would work well for me, and it actually didn't do so bad. So here for the next phase, you're really just going to see me doing that, rubbing on it and trying to get it right. So I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to speed this up, and so we can get to the next phase. Really, what y'all want to know is, did it work? So I'm speeding it up here. So, I mean, it probably looks like my normal speed because I'm so fast with it. But I'm recoating it. That's something you will have to do most likely unless you get lucky and all of yours comes off pretty easy the first time. Maybe if you let it sit the 5 minutes, it'll do well on larger tile. But on a mosaic, it's kind of hard because you just have a little haze on those little individuals and you just really want to get that off. And mine was mostly just trying to clean up the cracks between the mosaics so that it wouldn't shine through with that gray haze or white. So I didn't let it sit the whole 5 minutes, not the first 2 times I applied it. I ended up applying it 3 times. By the time I got to the third one, I just sprayed it on there and left it for a long time, and it worked out. And I'm good with it. The camera, I bumped the camera, obviously. You guys can't see, but really all I'm doing is scrubbing. Spraying it on, letting it sit a couple seconds, scrubbing it, and it worked out decent for me. as you'll see here in a little bit. Look, moving the camera for you so you can see. The seat part of it, if you look, there's still a little haze on that. But I do a good job in the end, and that haze goes away. So this right here, all of this is just me letting it sit and trying to see what's going to happen. I'm going to cut a little bit of this out because we don't need to see it. We're going to get to the good part. All right, folks, so it is better. I ain't gonna lie. Because that little stuff you see down there, that little corner right there, that was all over this whole thing. So it ain't as bad. So it's better. It's still not good. So I'm gonna do another round of it because it looks better. And this right here, I can't tell if the floor is just wet or if it's actually gonna look way better. So anyway, the haze isn't as bad. I'm gonna go at it again and see what happens. One more round. All right, so this is the finished product. I don't know if you guys can remember how it looked before. If not, look at the beginning of the video. But it's a major difference. So it worked, but as you see down here, I'm gonna have to regrout that because that's down into the mosaics. Mosaics are hard. So it cleared off the top layer, but where I did white grout here, some of it got in some of these squares. So that little section right there and right here. Looking at this on the screen looks worse than it does in real life. In real life, it's only that spot, but on the screen it looks like this whole section, but it's really not. But anyway, I'm gonna regrout that part and hopefully only have to clean off the top layer. But I am very happy with the results. Let me see, let me turn on another light over there, see if it makes it brighter so you guys can see. But yeah, all of that gray is gone. It's amazing. But it did not do it in one swipe. I had to do it, I did maybe 3 times spraying it on there, but I didn't let it sit. Like everybody said, let it sit 5 minutes or whatever. I probably let it sit 2 or 3 minutes before I started working with it. For me, it worked well that way. I could see like the little smoke coming up from it. And I knew when I waited for that to die down and then I cleaned it off. But yeah, it came out really well. I'm happy with the results. I'm glad I could get it off. And we're gonna keep it going like this. But bathroom's getting close. Later.